Later today, Google could announce a new U.S. wireless service that will push the internet giant further into telecom. This, as the rest of the industry is already facing fresh uncertainty thanks to a price war that has seemingly gone on forever. Ryan Knutson has even more details for you. Thank you so much for joining us, Ryan.
Thanks for having me.
So the key development for Google, it seems, is they are expected to allow customers to pay only for the amount of data they actually use each month. Why is this such a game changer?
Yeah, this is a big deal because one of the reasons that carriers make so much money is because people buy data buckets that are bigger than what they actually use. There's one study that estimates that people waste about $28 a month by buying a data bucket that's bigger than they need. So there's a price war going on, but one of the silver linings is that people are still paying for more data than they use. So this could potentially start to chip away at that.
And what's really fascinating in your story, Google doesn't do this all on its own. It still needs the people that it's competing against to be its partner so that it can do these things. How does that relationship work?
Yeah, so Google doesn't have its own wireless network. It doesn't have its own towers and things like that. So what it has to do is it has to buy wholesale access to Sprint and T-Mobile's networks. That's one of the other innovations of this product, actually, this phone, is that it's going to be able to bounce between those networks. So whichever one has the fastest connection is the one that it's going to use. But it's a bit of a tricky situation for the carriers to be in, because on the one hand, they want to be associated with Google. This is a high margin business for them to be reselling access like this. But it's also a bit of a risk because if it succeeds, then Google will start having all of those customers, and they won't be signing up with Sprint and T-Mobile. But Sprint at least has volume commitments or volume caps, I guess you could say, in the deal. So if the service gets too large, the company has the right to renegotiate.
And this is Google's first push into something like this. They do select internet in certain cities. How has that gone? Are they a pretty good service provider?
Yeah, so they have Google Fiber right now. It's in a handful of cities like Kansas City and Austin, Texas, and Provo, Utah. And they've announced a lot of other cities where they want to expand to. It's not a major project. And Google has sort of made some similarities to this. They want their wireless service to be more of an experiment. They don't think that it's going to be something that's going to grow into a big national service. But that's been the case for fiber as well. But fiber's had a really big impact because they've launched with such faster speeds that it sort of pushed all of the other operators to the last page of the book. And so they've been now offering faster speeds as a result of this. So Google's impact has been to basically say, look what's possible, look what we can do. Other operators in the country should start doing the same thing.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.